Hi, Paul Sackett, Good News Planet, speaking to Executive Chef Larry Kolar. Hi, Larry. How are you?
Very good. Very good. How about you?
Okay, good. On the Forks Catering, a new endeavor for you, and you have a website called ontheforks.com. Tell us about it.
I have a partner, Mary Pollock, who's is director of sales, and we're starting sort of a sustainable farm-to-table catering company based, on the Forks.
Aha. Let me let our audience know that Larry has been creating signature cuisine in some of New York's finest restaurants, including the Quilted Giraffe, Sign of the Dove, Bolivar, Tapas Lounge, Eros. Boy, you got a lot of things going here. And then you're working out in Montauk, one of our favorite places, at the backyard at the Solé East.
Yes, I'm the executive chef here.
So what is an executive chef?
It's what I do is I make menus, and I at Solé East I'm doing both the kitchen and the floor, just sort of help run things. And I have people. I have my chef from when I was at Commune. He's been with me for about 9 years, and he's in the kitchen, and I make recipes and just make sure that it's being executed properly.
Okay. Tell us about, actually, last night we did City Meals on Wheels in Rockefeller Center, interviewed a bunch of chefs, and I guess it goes back 26 years, James Beard Foundation, feeding people. What is the joy about feeding people, Larry?
Well, it's why I cook. It's not about an ego thing. It's what's the joy? It just makes you feel good. It's something that my mom did. It's like people sitting down around a table breaking bread. It's just a great opportunity to communicate. Like I have twins now, 4 years old.
Right.
And we sit down and we ask what happened in your day, and even if the answer is nothing, it's we do a cheers with a Team Kolar, and it's just sitting down and talking to people about their day and just checking in is what I like about it. And a lot of times people don't get together for happy occasions. They get together for unhappy occasions. And like when you go out to a restaurant, or now I'm doing a lot of weddings. Weddings are like such a great happy occasion that the whole family comes together. And it seems like on that level, people get together on weddings and funerals, and it's a lot more fun to do weddings.
Aha. I love it all. I'm an interfaith minister. If you need any help, Larry, I've done a bunch of weddings on the
I didn't know that.
On the North Fork. Yes, a lot of Gurneys and different other places. So it's a beautiful case. I once asked Florence Henderson about what is it like, because she was doing a piece on food and what the family getting together. I think going back to your Team Kolar, right? How important that communication is, as opposed to everybody running around with cell phones, or even maybe putting down the cell phones at dinner. What do you think of that idea?
Well, that's a rule at the table.
Okay.
They're 4 years old, but there's no toys at the table, and you sit down and you look at everybody in the eye and you talk to them. It's very, very important.
So let's talk now about your actual catering business. So is it predominantly going to be in Long Island, or can you go everywhere?
We go everywhere. Mary's based in Jersey, so we're going to travel down to New Jersey, and our focus is going to be the North and South Fork. I love the North Fork. My in-laws have a place in New Suffolk, and I just love it. To me, that's heaven. The beaches on the South Fork are beautiful, and Montauk is beautiful because it's like a different. It's like you almost have to have a passport to get out here. It's so beautiful. As soon as you get over the stretch, it's a totally different place than just the regular Hamptons. The Hamptons are beautiful too, but it's like a little bit. I'm not as fancy as the Hamptons.
Yeah.
But I love the Forks, and that, like I said, that's our focus. But when the summer's not here, we're going to hopefully get corporate parties in the city, and house parties wherever anybody is. So
now to take on a say a corporate event, okay? So
yeah.
What are some of the keys in making that a success?
That's just making sure that everybody stays tidy and they don't drop anything on anybody. The expectations are very different. For me, it's a lot easier than doing a wedding It's a totally different. It's usually a cocktail party, past hors d'oeuvres, and it's a much easier service for me, but the joy of doing a wedding is just, it's a very different thing. One is like, let's try to make some money, and then the other one, every time I see the bride, I cry. So.
What are some of the signature? What kind of? I'm sure over these years you've made a few different kinds of dishes that you would say are your own. In fact, let's put it this way: a rising star of American cuisine, says James Baird Foundation. Cooking here is very assured with a fine sense of balance and admirable restraints. At William Grimes, New York Times. I got here a quote from the Daily News. Eric Asimov: "The food is more than enticing." At the homage to Latin America. Oh, so what's this Latin America thing?
Well, when I did a couple of restaurants. One's called Bolivar, that Santo Group, who owns Sign of the Dove in Arizona 206. We opened up a restaurant called Bolivar, and I was a chef, and they sent me down to Peru for a little bit, and I ate around for ceviches, and came back, and we opened up Bolivar, which was a great, the idea was an Argentinian steakhouse that had great ceviches, and it's just a really fun, fresh way to cook. Then I also went to, I had a restaurant called Camino Sur, which was more focused in Colombia. Went down there for a little bit and sort of ate around as well, and then came back. It's just fun. I mean, it's simple. What I like to do, I like sushi, sashimi. I just think it's really simple. When it's really simple stuff. Mm-hmm. When I was at the Quilted Giraffe, Barry Wine said, don't make a carrot into something else. So if I could use 2 ingredients to make something that I think is delicious, I don't use 3. Mm-hmm. It's as simple as that. Instead of masking something, you try to enhance it. And, I think that's what the balance and restraint, it's because it's just simple. At the backyard, we take a piece of fish that I get from Gosman's, and I go and I look at the fish, and it's like perfect fish, and we grill it, and I put olive oil and lemon on it, and herbs. It's but there's nothing to it, and it's very light and clean, and really it's just not fancy. Especially here, it works, but the way I cook works really well here, because it is how I cook at home. It's simple, fresh, and very straightforward. If I can get away with salt and pepper, I don't add anything else to it.
Interesting. Well, I think you're a straight and forward guy. I'm sure you're very successful. Well, look at the names of the restaurants. I mean, you've been in some of the most famous restaurants in the world, and I'm very enthralled. Actually, I had my honeymoon in the old Shepherd's Neck Inn, which is now Solé. I used to do the marketing there, which you might not know, but because I'm so plugged into the Montauk area. And what I wanted to say about the Solé and the people involved with it is they're do-gooders. You're out there with the Montauk Community Playhouse. I know you're going to event there on the 26th.
Yep.
And that's good news, and we have Good News Montauk. So,
and we're doing the summer solstice this coming Friday.
Right. We're gonna.
Which is also we're donating. It's $25 for the ticket, and then we're donating everything to. I don't even know where it's going. But they're part of the community. Their kids go to this. They have 3 children in the school system, and they've been here since they bought it. They moved here from New York, and they love it here. They feel that they're from here.
Yes,
so.
I have the same feeling. I'm in the Montauk Manor, and actually at one point we talked about buying Shepherd's Neck Inn because it's such a I was helping him sell it. It's a beautiful place, and the gardens over there. George Hammer, who used to own it, took extraordinary care about the nature. I know I've been at your place as well now since it's fixed up a little bit differently, and it's gorgeous. You did a great job out there.
Yeah, they care. The whole thing, and they sprayed with garlic instead of something that's going to kill the ground. So it's sprayed for insects, but it's all sort of a natural. They really try to do the right thing all the time.
Uh-huh. Well, that's good to know, and especially since we're out there and planning on retiring even out there. So
yeah,
a little combination of Manhattan and Montauk. I don't know if I need anywhere else.
That's right.
It's all good. So, well, I got to get my 4-year-old grandson and grandkids tied up with yours. And we'll set a play. You want to set a play date now, Larry? Or,
Let's do it. We'll all meet up here. We'll all meet at Solé.
So it's all good. Well, congratulations. So when people want to now, and you have a website, they want to order some catering and sit down with you, and where you go and meet with them and take it from there.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're really not cookie cutter. I mean, everybody wants lists, but lists are going to bore me. And what I do is I sit down with somebody, find out what they like and they don't like. They have like sample menus to sort of get an idea of what On the Forks does.
Mm-hmm.
And then I sit down with them and we make it customized to them, and figure out what things cost. But everything's on the website, and they could call. Mary is going to be the first contact. So if they want to start talking about a party, they should talk to Mary. And if they want to talk about food, they don't have to talk to Mary. They could call me.
Okay. Well, she knows the food business too, I think. So the combination, I think, is dynamo. I'm really honored to get a chance to speak with you. Let me ask you one last question, Larry.
Yes.
What's good news for you?
You know what? What's good news is we're getting tons. The North Fork, everything's growing, and they're starting to pick everything. And the ocean is starting to produce tons of stuff for us too. There's lots and lots of fresh food out in the Forks.
Beautiful. All right. Fresh is good. Larry, thank
Okay.
you very much for sharing good news with us.
Okay, thank you.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye.